Sairam children, the other day we had started science lesson number 3, fiber to fabric. Today let us continue. Silk. Silk fibers are also animal fibers. See, natural fibers, cotton, wool, silk. So silk is animal fiber. The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture. What is sericulture? Remember S. S means silk. So the process of obtaining silk from silkworms is called sericulture. Find out from your mother aunt the kind of silk saris they have. Yes, your mothers must be wearing silk saris. List the kind of silk. Banarasi silk, Pattu silk, Vishakhapatnam silk, Bangalore silk, Kashmiri silk, so many are there. Life history of a silk moth. The female silk moth is an insect, lays eggs from which hatch larvae which are called caterpillars or silkworms. They grow in size, and when the caterpillar is ready to enter the next stage of life history called pupa. So first the moth lays eggs and it is called hatches larvae and is called caterpillar. Then they grow when the caterpillar is ready to enter the next stage called pupa. So silk comes from caterpillar, larvae, caterpillar, pupa. It first weaves a net to hold itself. So around its body it starts weaving. Then it swings its head from side to side in the form of the figure of 8. So the silk that comes out from its body, it is in the shape of 8. During these movements of the head, the caterpillar secretes fiber made up of protein, which hardens on exposure to air. So the silk thread or fiber that comes out is nothing but protein. It becomes hard. Soon the caterpillar completely covers itself with the shape of 8. The caterpillar covers itself by a silk fiber and turns into pupa. This covering is called cocoon. The further development of pupa into moth continues inside the cocoon. Silk fibers are used for weaving silk cloth. Can you imagine that the soft silk yarn is as strong as a comparable thread of steel? The silk yarn thread is obtained from cocoon of the silk moth. So that covering is called, that becomes hard, which is nothing but protein. It is called cocoon. So the silk yarn or thread is obtained from cocoon. There is a variety of silk moths which look very different from one another. And the silk yarn they yield means give out, is different in texture, coarse, smooth, shiny, etc. So each and every moth or the silk moth will give different varieties of silk. Thus, tassar silk, muga silk, kosa silk are obtained from cocoons spun by different types of moth. The most common silk moth is the mulberry silk moth. The silk fiber from the cocoon of this moth is soft, lustrous. Lustrous means shining, and elastic. Can be dyed in beautiful colors. Dyed means given colors. Sericulture or culture of silkworms is a very old occupation in India. So mostly done by farmers where the silkworms grow on the mulberry trees. So the rearing of silkworms is called sericulture, to get silk. India produces plenty of silk on commercial scale. Commercial scale means to sell it. Activity, no need of activity. From cocoon to silk. For obtaining silk, moths are reared, cocoons are collected to get the silk thread. Rearing silkworms. A female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. So the silk moth will give hundreds of eggs. The eggs are stored carefully on stripes of cloth or paper sold to silkworm farmers. The farmers keep eggs under hygienic conditions, that is suitable conditions, and under suitable condition or temperature and humidity. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature. It needs warmth, like how do the eggs hatch? The hen sits on the eggs, that means it gives warmth to the eggs. Similarly, these eggs of the silkworms are given some warmth. This is done when mulberry trees bear a fresh crop of leaves, because they eat leaves. The larvae, called caterpillars or silkworms, eat day and night, increase in size. The larvae are kept in a clean bamboo tray along with freshly chopped mulberry leaves. So the larvae are placed in a bamboo tray and mulberry trees leaves are also added so that it keeps on eating and growing. After 25 to 30 days, the caterpillars stop eating and move to a tiny chamber of bamboo in the tray to spin cocoons. Small racks or twigs may be provided in the tray to which cocoons get attached. So, there are small racks or twigs. Twigs means what? Branches may be provided to which cocoons get attached. The caterpillar or silkworm spins the cocoon inside, which develops the silk moth. So the caterpillar or the silkworm, it spins a cocoon. Cocoon means a covering around its body. Processing of silk. A pile of cocoons is used for obtaining silk fiber. The cocoons are kept under the sun or boiled or exposed to steam. So it is steamed. The silk fibers separate. The process of taking out thread from the cocoon is called reeling the silk. How is the silk taken out from the body? By the process of reeling. Reeling is done in special machines which unwind the thread or fibers of silk from the cocoon. Silk fibers are then spun into silk thread. So fiber is made into thread, which are woven into silk cloth by the weavers. So in this lesson we have studied only about fiber to fabric, that is cotton, wool, rayon, silk. I will be sending you question answers, children. Please complete the question answers in your notebook and send it to me by tomorrow evening. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sai Ram, children.